In a surprising turn of events in Niger, amid the tension that has resulted from the July 26, 2023 coup d'état, the Niger military junta, which is in power, has announced that it will be charging embattled President Mohamed Bazoum with high treason. In a statement released in the evening of August 13, the junta announced that President Mohamed Bazoum will be facing high treason charges, indicating that his woes are not yet over. The CNSP has affirmed its willingness to prosecute before the highest international courts former President Bazoum Mohamed and his accomplices for high treason. The CNSP makes a formal denial to the message of the daughter of the former President Bazoum Mohamed, calling for help as her father is deprived of food and has no access to his doctor. The CNSP has confirmed that ECOWAS sanctions also apply to pharmaceuticals. The CNSP says it is ready to respond to any external attacks against its country. The CNSP has identified the Trojan horse of the old regime who spread false information to discredit the ruling junta and reserves the right to sue them before the competent courts. Issoufou Mamadou's announced trip is part of the intoxication and misinformation campaign. The CNSP says it is ready to walk Nigerians to overcome this ordeal by providing all the necessary assistance to ameliorate the current situation. So to understand why the junta made that announcement, the most obvious answer will be that they want to stay in power, and have no intention of reinstating his presidency. Ever since day one, the international community, especially ECOWAS, the African Union, European Union and United States, has been calling for President Bazoum to be released from detention and reinstated back as the head of state. The Niger military junta has, however, ignored the calls and been going on with steps to form a government, with the latest move being formation of a 21-member cabinet by General Abdourahmane Chiani, who is the self-imposed head of state. Therefore, charging President Mohamed Bazoum with high treason, which is a very serious charge, means that Chiani is not ready to let him go that easily, or have his power back. It also means that the junta intends to avoid having any future negotiations with bodies like ECOWAS for a return to civilian order, unless the same is done according to the junta's terms and pace. Mind you, this new announcement came days after the military junta warning that it will kill President Mohamed Bazoum should ECOWAS or its allies institute a military intervention in Niger to force them to cede power. Then, talking of a military intervention, ECOWAS had lately been divided on the matter, with some members rooting for the same, while others calling for a diplomatic approach towards solving this crisis. There hadn't been a convincing reason as to why ECOWAS should deploy its troops to Niger, but this announcement will probably increase the tension and lead to public discord against the junta. In any case, the announcement was made just a couple of hours after the Niger police dispersed pro-Mohamed Bazoum protesters calling for his release and a return to civilian rule. The protests were being held in Niamey at the same time as a concert that had been organized by the junta was underway at Niamey Stadium. The concert was part of efforts by the military junta to woo the public and galvanize public support that it now enjoys, especially from the youth, amid intense criticism from external forces. Do you support this high treason charge on President Mohamed Bazoum, or would like to see the Niger military junta release him and remain with the power without humiliating or harassing him, if that is all they want? Leave your thoughts on this below and don't forget to subscribe before leaving.